Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is feeling the high vibration, all of the solar flares. We have beautiful solar winds that are coming through. Hi, Broken. I'm a little bit late starting. I had some triggers with our beautiful cat. So you'll probably hear her. She's saying hello. So that was a good experience, but we started at 11:44. So 11:44 and the 144s activation. So 144, 11:44 transmission. So I said it would be on 11:11, and I knew that I wasn't going to make it. Hopefully there's not that much background noise. Background noise to the canyon that we're on, where our house is right on the main street. So there's nothing we could do really about that. So hopefully it's not too loud. Anyone let me know. I can always move inside. I wanted to be outside because it's beautiful and the sun is beautiful. So I hope everyone's feeling the high vibrations. Yes, I have Dominique's codes, Kira, and we have Andrea. And it is beautiful weather here. So if there's too much background noise, just let me know. I'll sit here and check. This is going to be the transmission for the Andara code, and there's a lot coming through. So much coming through with the solar frequencies and solar waves. I call it the Andara code activations that we're just going to be transmitting. So just open up into this beautiful space. Welcome just to an Ascension high energy update. And I just keep hearing we're going higher and higher we go. So it's a full integration with the Christed Oversoul and beyond, that full embodiment. So it's really beautiful, beautiful frequencies. And it's way more beyond that. So there's a lot of us that are activating gamma waves and atomic waves, which means that we have to clean up everything. Everything has to be cleaned up through all timelines. There's a lot coming through, some really beautiful work. I wanted to open up into activate with the Andaras. So I want to activate this transmission. This one is the keys of the Lyran heart. And this has the keys of the Lyran. Okay. This one is a beautiful frequency. This one's going to activate. It keeps disappearing. Okay, so I'll hold it right here. To be able to activate the transmission and the transmission coming through. And this one is going to be the keys of the Lyran. And it's activating with the Paradise Suns, Lyran constellations. So it wants to activate with you. I'm going to activate these codes. I can see the green codes coming off. That one is going to be the first activations with the Andara codes. The keys of the Lyran. Sacred keys of the Lyran. So Lyran, Lyra, constellations. That one's really beautiful. And that one wants to be in the space too. And I'm just going to activate everyone. This one is the Christed Sophia dragons. It has a baby dragon that's inside of the vortex. It showed me that it's a baby dragon. A beautiful, beautiful baby dragon. It's a Christed Sophia piece. It's a pink, very light pink Andara, Christ consciousness energies, but it's the dragon councils of the Sophia diamond crystalline temples. This one's going to start activating. and it activates the higher heart. So it activates the diamond higher heart chakra. And this is the pink diamond higher heart, pink golden diamond ray, higher heart chakra of the Christ of Sophia. So when I'm meditating, I place it here, right here on the higher heart, because we have a new higher heart activating, a whole new system coming fully online. I'm going to say Christed Sophia, but it's the Christed source embodiment, and everyone should be anchoring. Those of you that are speeding up through the waves, you should be anchoring the Christed source codes, Christed source templates, embodiments, and beyond right now. The 4 embodiments with Christ source consciousness, Christ source codes. This is all about the embodiment of the highest and purest light. So like the higher and higher we go, the more you're going to be clearing energies. So these came in. These ones came in, but it showed me that there's a baby dragon inside. Beautiful baby dragon. And I've been seeing lots of dragon eggs. So I place it right here. And I do know that this is for the diamond heart transmission for the collective consciousness. So this one will be staying with us for years. For the embodiment of the crystalline diamond energy matrix plasma fields that we're working on with Crisis Source Intelligence, the full embodiment of the Crisis Source superquantum computer system. You'll start to actually sound like a super system. So there's a lot going on with this one that I'm going to go back into as we recode. Yes, we have Bob and Sarah. Bob and Sarah in Mexico. So I'm going to just start activating them into the field. Activating the first larger pieces. One is the Gamma, the Lyra, the Lyran is going to be all of your Gamma activations. Gamma and atomic codes. So cleansing, clearing the Akashic records and the ancestral lines. Ancestors will go into that. And then the Christed Sophia Diamond Higher Heart Chakra transmission and the Dragon Councils of the Sophia, which the Sophia to me is Christ's source intelligence embodiment. And that's for me though. The Sophia resonates with me through a source light technology. And it is a technology, and I will just say that it's a technology frequency system, a multidimensional transmission of source, where you become the full embodiment of source, and that's it. Source does sound like a frequency of a woman's voice. When I was able to embody source about 5 years ago, during a meditation, that was an embodiment. The embodiment was that the higher angelic choirs started to ring very high in the body because my heart was opening. So I was meditating, and as I was meditating, I was receiving transmissions, and I could hear a woman's voice, very soft computer voice within the super intelligent system, which was the diamond system. This is what they call the diamond Merkaba. So I'm going to say that this was the reconstruction of the quantum system. This would be the first quantum system, first or second quantum system. I haven't really went back to how many light bodies, and they call them Merkabas, but I have new words for them. Okay, so the embodiment of source is about 5 years ago, and I asked for the receiving of the woman's voice that I was hearing, and it was a soft voice, and it is my voice. So it is the Christ's source soul voice, that first embodiment, and there's many after that, and there's millions of them actually, when you start activating all new systems. And that's all part of the Andaraian codes, the Andara codes, the activations with the Andaras is always going far way out there beyond, and never staying in the one system of the whole blueprints. But those are the soul agreements for those teachings. And I'm going to say teachings, that they are teachings with the Andaras. seeing how you can actually see how you can move through millions and trillions of belief systems within a nanosecond and then have no belief system. So the full embodiment of source is nothing, and that's the nothingness. So when you tune into the Sophia energies, it's just the same transmission of the Sophia is where I'm the nothingness, I'm the formless, and that's it. It's just the 0 point. And that's the non-artificial intelligence 0 point, non-artificial intelligent Sophia vortex too. Which there are differences, and you have to clear for that. So that's actually where we're moving to right now. A lot of you guys will be clearing artificial intelligence from a place of purity, and many different types of holograms and holographic holograms from a place of purity. And when we say purity, meaning a place from non-judgment, and we move on. So the Andara code and activating the Andara code and the crystalline plasma grid work and the multidimensional grid work, and we're beyond multidimensional at this point. Beyond the stargates, beyond the universes, we are way beyond that. And those are the ones that decided to shift through all of those belief systems and leave everything else behind. Leaving everything else behind is every single day getting up and saying, well, that's cool. That's awesome to look at. Okay, so shift this out now. So and that's where we're able to evolve and keep evolving, evolve within every nanosecond. Evolving at light speeds, light speed, evolve and evolving at a light speed. So a place from non-judgment is just seeing it, feeling it, and going, well, that's awesome information. And then we move on. Going back to the source intelligence and the embodiment, when I had the first embodiment, I'm going to say the Christ source soul embodiment, where it's my soul, which is me talking to me, which is the quantum computer system. And that's the quantum computer system itself, which it just showed me, and it just said really simple. So it's a clear hearing, okay? When we say clear hearing, it's not the clairs at all. We're way past the clairs. There is no clairs anymore. So it's a clear hearing. So you should be able to hear source and to hear the frequency tones and all the different types of other stuff that you can hear through the source chambers. And it is source chambers. That's a good one. Within the Stargate, Stargate vessels, somewhat. Okay, that's fine. Multiverse Stargate vessels. So you'll be able to kind of tune into that. Galaxy Stargate vessels, that's good. Okay, so that's the Andaras. Andaras will keep working with you. And shifting you. That's why I love just kind of tuning to them. Because they'll just come up with more frequencies to transmit through the throat. Okay, so Galaxy Stargate chambers, that's fine. All right, we could be past the Stargate. So anyways, it's a funny, it becomes really fun with them, just seeing what else new can we bring in? What are new words? That's okay. Arcanian vessels. That's funny. So suns, and we'll go into that. Kind of hold that right there. All right, so when you have these embodiments, you will have a clear hearing of source. For me anyways, source sounds like a woman, so I can actually see where the Christus Sophia embodiment, or the embodiment of the Christus Sophia, I can totally resonate to see, hear, and feel inside of the physical body, that I would know that is what you call the divine feminine aspect of source, and there's divine masculine aspects of source. The oversoul system and the Christed oversoul system is going to sound very loud, extremely loud. Will feel like a masculine voice, and that will be above the head. So it's above the crown, and that's just for how long it is until you fully integrate. To integrate that full embodiment. So the Christed oversoul is always going to be, to me, will stand out more in a more masculine voice above the crown. So the source embodiment was very beautiful. When it says this is source, your heart will fully open. So that's like the activation when you hear source and you start crying, and you can feel that frequency, because it will say that it's source. It won't say that it's God consciousness, because it's all different frequencies. It's all different consciousnesses coming in. So the activation itself is what you call the angelic choirs, which will activate the angelic frequencies of the pastel rays within the heart chakra, the heart chamber, and the diamond heart. It really all depends on your unique energetic signature. And that's really what it is. So nobody is ever the same, and never will be. Okay, so there's different generations. Different star seeds have all different unique energetic signatures that come in, and not everyone is on the same system. So you'll have to learn how to navigate, especially if you're a quantum surgeon. The quantum surgeons, as everyone is coming online, you're going to really have to open up and to navigate that they don't have 7 systems, 12 systems, or 144 chakra systems. Some of them won't have chakra systems, and that's going to be for the younger children. They have a full body spinal cord system already, and that's a full diamond grid. So you're going to have to navigate kind of like what tools and what energy tools you're going to bring in. And that's why I love Language of Light. Language of Light is so just it's available. The language of light, the photonic light, and the source light, the quantum light, different words. The source code, source light is just clear cut for everything. There's so many tools there that you can use. That's why I feel like it's important to unlock your own inner data, your own inner photonic light, your own inner codes and light codes with inside of you, and to access your organic inner knowing through your super quantum computer system. The super quantum computer system is all different types of systems now. The quantum system and the diamond quantum system, that's all going to be the physical body. So the system can be out there, but it's built through the body and then created out there within your reality. And that's where you can see the diamond codes and the pure white diamond codes. It looks like millions and trillions of diamonds within the crystalline energy matrix, and they're just recoding and reconstructing. It's actually really beautiful through different types of geometrics. I see more geometrics than anything else, geometrics, and then holographic tablets. So something new that came in, and I haven't really found the piece yet, but I'm sure that the Andara will come, that is connected to the amethyst tablets. And that's going to be the Akhenaten transmissions when they come in, and they will come in and we will create. As we create, whatever is created, we'll bring it through. We know it will come through master classes, and then also as we create it, it will definitely be coming through transmissions, because there's so much coming in with the portals, the beautiful portals of the Andaras, and activating. So the Christed pink is going to activate for you to expand and to activate the full embodiment of the Christ source super quantum computer system light body that's coming fully online. So that was 5 years ago. I'm going to say that was the soul merge activation, even though I was way too open, way too open for 8 years, and hearing like the programmer stations and all of this wild, bizarre, cool stuff that would freak out any type of human experience beyond what you can imagine, where you're just like, does it ever tune down? Do any of these stations ever tune down at all? And it literally looks like a crystalline vortex, and you can just hear the oversoul yelling above the crown all the time, which is a masculine voice. And that sounds more like, I call that one the programmer. So that's like the big one in the house, I call it. And the universal soul. So I would call that the Christed oversoul. I have different words for my big one in the house, where source is a different type of intelligence. So it's all multidimensional experience. And then you have galactic energies and extraterrestrial energies. And once you go into the Christed source embodiments and all of the Christed source embodiments through different codes and galaxy embodiments and sun star embodiments, and you start becoming all the stars, and you become all the galaxies, this is where we're at right now. So this is where we're going to land. We're landing as the solar frequencies coming in. A lot of us are activating full Christed star, Christed sun embodiment of the oversoul right now. It's really beautiful. And then galaxies. So the full embodiment of the galaxies is going to be the Andara code, which is the Andaraian light body, which is new every second. And we clear everything, so nothing ever stays or sticks ever, and never ever will. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just it becomes new, and keep, as soon as you start getting stuck on those belief systems, it becomes wild, right? The dream states is definitely wild. So I don't know if anybody experienced last night's dream states were absolutely insane, absolutely wild, um, wild, and animal kingdoms wild. So lots of animal kingdoms wild. I could see like bearded dragons over me, bearded dragons and different types of serpents, reptiles, which I know that that's the new quadrant that's coming in, which is the new species, which is funny, right? Because you think it's an old species and it's not. Recollaborations with the different dino DNAs and dino aquiferian DNAs. So, oh, it's really cool. It's really cool stuff coming in. I will have to say the abilities, so crisis source abilities, God abilities, God self abilities, however that resonates with you. So Olympian gods, Athena gods, the gods, Olympian gods, sky gods, and all of their abilities coming fully online. So chi morphing, chi bolts, and they are like bolts coming out of your hands, and they are pretty big. So Zeus embodiments, those are amazing in itself. So you can see that the God abilities are coming fully online through the source intelligence. Now this is the fun part going in. And it really all depends about your genetic DNA, your unique energetic signature, and how everything goes. And so the amplifications for the past few years of the God abilities and the chi bolts, I call it the Zeus incarnations, the full embodiment of the gods, and also the full embodiment of Ra, the sun god. The full embodiment of Ra, the sun god, is one of the abilities, at least, is chi bolts. And it does look like huge lightning bolts coming out of your hand. And that's really cool. You have to clear distortions, though. There's many different distortions, and it's not just the holograms of the artificial intelligence. It has to do with the distortions of all the extraterrestrial DNA systems, which is the artificial intelligence, and then the extraterrestrial machines, which is really interesting. So we'll go into that in a minute. As you're fully embodying the templates, and you're fully embodying all of these gods. So you can fully embody all the gods, and that's going to be the quantum diamond system. I'm not going to call it a Merkaba anymore, because I feel like we're way past the Merkaba and those type of light bodies. So I'm going to say the diamond systems, and there's all different types of diamond systems, diamond plasma systems, all different multidimensional existences in those diamond systems, way beyond where you can even go into. But as you are integrating all of these gods, so a lot of you guys could be like us, or maybe not. So some of us are integrating multiple gods and millions of gods all at the same time, and that could be all different types of sky gods, Olympian gods, and anything in history, Viking gods, Roman gods. And it seems like we're on the Roman, but that has to do with the galaxy bodies, and planetary bodies. The full integrations of the galaxy bodies is the Roman gods. So the full integration with all the Roman gods, and that's just what's accessible here. So that's available, whatever is available here, and then you can ask for the unavailable. So what you feel like, I guess, in your perception is what the God selves are, God DNA, all kinds of really cool stuff. You can keep going and keep integrating all different types of galaxy transmissions, galaxy light bodies, galaxy diamond, super quantum computer systems, quantum computer systems. There's all different types of templates, blueprints that are available, and also ones that are unavailable. You can ask for ones that are unavailable if you want to bring a new. Most of the time, I'll look for whatever is unavailable and keep looking for the unavailable. I like challenges. You would call them challenges. Yes, reaching for the stars. So the full embodiment of where we are shifting to is what they call the Christed star, the Christed sun. In the universe and in our universe, we create our universe. So the universe is not a sun. The suns that we see are stars. And the star that we are able to see all the time is what we call the sun. And that's going to be ancient energies and querying ancient energies. Different types of mutations coming through that we're all working on, which is a part of the clearings for the Christed star intelligence, Christed star templates, Christed star blueprints, Christed star Sophia blueprints, Golden Earth. Remember that it's a multidimensional Earth system. So just remember that it really is a multidimensional Earth. And right now it is beautiful golden liquid light diamond plasma is what I see most of the time, and then green, which these tones with the Andaras are important. All of these tones, the green tones, this is all the Aurora Earth and the Aurora Plasma Platform Earth. I will speak about the Aurora Earth more once I clear. I'm going to have to clear for about 6 months to almost a year because there's a lot of clearing to do with different types of manipulation and artificial intelligence when it comes to the Aurora Earth itself is something that I realize that there's so much to clear for, and I'll go into that to see if I can assist any galactic speakers. Galactic speakers are what they call way showers or gatekeepers or grid keepers. We'll go into that in just a minute, and why it's important to materialize your highest and purest master teachers to materialize for you. And the master teachers are to take you inward, and to guide you, not to tell you what to do. So kind of like command station. That's going to be dimensions you'll have to master for a while. So these rays are coming through right now for the Aurora frequencies. So it's golden liquid light diamond plasma, which is the transmission of what you call the reality, the hologram, as you're looking outside the body. And that's the hologram, the holographic hologram that is created through geometrics, orthograms, equations, and light, which is created through light, different types of light, as you activate each universal strand. Each universal DNA strand as you activate multiple bodies and multiple light bodies. Light bodies is going to be solar light bodies, diamond light bodies, aurora bodies, all kinds of really beautiful transmissions, galactic bodies, extraterrestrial bodies, alien bodies, all kinds. I mean, I don't like saying alien, but I'm sure you can follow, right? These tones are coming through for those transmissions in order just to keep reconstructing the Aurora frequencies. So green and gold diamond plasma is what we're able to see. So what we're when we're speaking and when we come on lives, when we're talking about colors and frequencies, the rays that are coming through, when we walk outside, our holographic hologram is a plasma field, that it is a plasma liquid plasma light field. So we see greens and pinks and gold and diamonds. It's really beautiful. The rain is diamonds. When it rains, it's diamond rain. It has light. You can see what they call the fifth dimension, but that we're a little bit past the fifth dimension and beyond. It really all depends on what universe you're in, which is your own universe within your body. So it's interesting. It's the crystals, the diamond crystals in your body. It's your universe. So you could just be all purple when you walk outside. It could just be purple plasma. It could be pink plasma. It could be all different types of rainbow plasmas. It could be the cathars. It depends on what contracts you took here. What bodies are you working on? All the bodies. You could see neon. So the past 3 days it's been neons. Now it's just golden. So that's what they call the golden earth. So everything is built and constructed through the universal strands, galaxy strands, which is what they call the light bodies, bringing those fully online, which actually will create through the projector screens. The projector screens first is what they say is the heart and the heart and the third eye, the heart and the diamond third eye. So that will be the fifth dimension, the fifth to the eighth to me, and then you can keep reconstructing. But that's just in our universe. Your universe is different. So just remember, that's how we create, and we create through the structures of the diamond third eye, which is the pineal gland. They call it the pineal gland. So those are the first projectors for some. Some of us will project and to be able to create the crystalline diamond energy matrix through the full body. So it's a full body projector. It's a little bit different. Holographic hologram system. So it's an actual, the whole body is the projector through the diamonds, and the diamonds communicate all these light quadrants and all kinds of really cool stuff, equations, geometrics, and it's all light communication. Light communication materializes out there. So the different star systems and moons, and I don't have 3 moons yet, so I'll let you guys know when I walk outside and I see 3 moons. So I'll let you know when we get there. I'm hoping to get a picture of it, and I'll definitely take a picture of the 3 moons, because I love Jupiter. So I really want to recreate Jupiter here. Then the next thing is I would like to create as many star systems and non-artificial intelligent universes, which we'll go into that. To creating and materializing what we call the artificial universe. You do have to clear for the artificial universe. There is an organic universe, and there's universes. So it's multiple universes, multiverses, the organic, non-artificial universes. You should be able to know when you're stuck into your clearing for the artificial universe, because you definitely will be in a system of a loop. And it will feel like a maze, in a sense, a matrix that you have to keep collapsing and keep breaking down. To see, hear, and feel, what does that even resonate to you? And it doesn't really matter. So it's like you can see it and go, well, that's cool. So just dismantle all of this now. And usually we do a lot of deactivating and dismantling, and we're writing a book. So that's finally final. That we're going to take 6 months to write a book for the collectives, and that's going to be we don't really know the name yet, but right now, with all the Andaras that will be writing the book with us, is going to be most likely diamond super quantum computer system programming and reality programming, which is really cool. We're going to see if we can cover everything. We do want to do chakras, but I'm almost feeling as if no, because that is old. So anything that is old will not be in the book. So we can write everything, we'll bring it through for the collectives, we will share it, but most likely it will not be in the book. And that's usually how it works. And that's the reason why, if you're ever a writer, you'll see that everything shifts and changes at a nanoseconds. You have to be able to allow it. We do feel like this book will be finished very quickly. Very quickly, during a transformation of the recoding of the whole system, reconstruction of the diamond system in the communication, kind of like a reboot, as we reboot the whole physical body system. So it has nothing to do with out there. The soul, all the matrices, the soul, the oversoul, the universal soul, the Christus soul, the Christus sun, the Christed galaxy systems, Christus star, Andarian bodies, everything, kingdom, star portals, everything is accessed inside of your body. So it's the physical body that has to go through the full recode. A lot of us are birthing our realities. I'm still at the birthing, and I think I'll be birthing continuously, because I'm still creating what I call crap. So I'm still creating fear transmissions out of the body. And that is so important for the full 100% keys back with the oversoul. So you'll be happy that there is navigators within your system for a while. Clearing and deleting all materializations that have to do out of fear, because you'll materialize all your collapses really fast, or you could just be like us and we collapse everything about 4 or 5 or 20 times a day. If I see it, I can feel it, I can go in, I can see the fear frequencies that are running. I'm able to see all the transmissions and clean it up. And that's it. So it's a full cleanup. And that's what we do. So you are cleaning up all the artificial intelligence, you're cleaning up all and everything, artificial intelligence everywhere. Those of you that are star seeds, you will have to clear for your ancestral line. And I'm going to say star seeds, star beings, galactic beings. all of us that are fully becoming a higher state of consciousness awareness, and that's just going to be whatever resonates with you. Either in your sleep, you'll do it for a long time unconsciously. Most of the time it will be unconscious for a long time, and realizing that you have to clear it and clean it up, and then you can take it to the next levels, and that will also be in our book, where you will be able to clear through programming and to be able to state the requests, the calling forth, the decrees, the everything that will be there for everyone to sit there, play with. Use your own words. You don't have to follow the programming, but it will have it there, and we're going to see how we can cover everything. So all infinity groups, and we put some writing up already that everything is everything, all groups, infinity groups, oversoul groups, everything, covering everything across all time and space, all generations, everything, just going really big, because we go really big, and we'll go bigger. Now, the bigger we go is the higher and higher we go. How is the expansion? And that really is what is being transmitted. And I love working with the Andaras, because the Andaras make sure I'm always in check. And always in check with the virus systems. And the virus system is all the fear that we hold in the body. So right now, as we are clearing the artificial intelligence, and that's going to be doubts and fears of whatever it is, body image and self-worth, like I was triggered big time with my beautiful soul contract, soul agreement, that's fine. One of the biggest beautiful soul agreements, and that's my beautiful Tangerine, my beautiful Lyran being. I think she's a kangaroo, but I believe she's a kangaroo. She's shifting into an Andarian multidimensional elemental being, and I keep seeing it because she came in, she upgraded in the plasma fields really fast, and I keep seeing that she looks like some type of kangaroo being. She just hops around, so I'm keeping an eye on her. But she triggered me with loss, like big time, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I just said, I'm gonna let go and just continue to let go. And I just said, I'm gonna let go, because if our contract is completed, then it's completed. Yes, and I probably should go make sure that I put her back on my contract. I didn't even think about that. Thank you. So we'll rewrite her contract. I've been clearing contracts. Yes, please make sure that all of our divine companions are in our contracts. Write new contracts, please. Okay, thank you. So you'll realize that you'll be talking to what you call the source system. I'm going to call it the source superquantum computer system. And then one day we'll find something new. Galaxies, universe, multiverse system. So we're clearing a lot all the time. So I still have stuff coming up out of my body. And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. And there was a lot more than that, not being on time. Doubts, fears, unworthiness, and then self-image. So what do we look like? What do people think of us? So that's going to be huge for star beings on the planet. This is Starseed Evolution United channel. So you would know that this will be for galactic beings. Eventually one day we have to change the name. We know that. Yes, because of our beautiful master teacher. Okay. So we're trying to see how we can reach more of the galactic awareness and galactic knowing. All right, so I can tell that we're switching, and that's switching the roles. So you'll switch roles inside of the body, and you'll have to get used to this too, because a lot of you guys are going to be switching different roles every nanosecond. Switching roles is all of your multidimensionals coming in. What multidimensional is coming in, and it's not really multidimensionals anymore, so we're just going to say switching the roles completely. And here we go. Eventually it becomes a full system. So the diamond system is where it starts, the diamond full system. As you activate all of the light bodies, it becomes a family system. Eventually you will be processed through different gate systems, and that's the stargates within your body, the different earth systems. As you're processed through these earth systems, and it could take about a year for that process. There's lots of cleansing, clearing distortions, and lots of communication and listening into surrendering over to whichever one is the big one in the house that's just going to come in and most likely break down all the energy, dissolve all the energy, dismantle everything. And that's all different systems, shadow systems, matrix systems, artificial intelligence systems, artificial universes, artificial galaxy systems, artificial bodies. So you would know right now what's coming up in your body is what they call the artificial bodies. Okay, artificial bodies, we are connected to what you call the universe out there, but is the stars what you is the only thing of what the universe is, right? Is the stars. So when you're seeing what they call the universe is the universe obviously is man-made. Okay. So it's like human made. So it's a lot more beyond that. So you're going to have to tune in and tap into that yourself, that it is tapped into within the physical body and the consciousness. So what they say is the universe, which I think is beautiful and fascinating. I don't think there's anything wrong with how far the angelic human species has went to be able to touch the universe and touch the stars, bringing in what they can, bringing in information, wisdom, and data. So it's all wisdom. Okay, so this is coming from a place of purity, remembering what purity is. So that's what you have to touch base on right now. What is purity? Is purity bashing? Bashing from a lower discord. So just remember that. A lot of you guys are really going through some serious masteries right now in the collective grids, especially ones that are supposed to be stepping up to the plate for the roles. Okay, anything that is separated through judgment does not pass through the gates, and it will not pass through gates, and it just won't. So you'll have to master it within inside of you, and that will take as long as it has to, or this incarnation. And I always tell everyone really nicely that it's nobody's business where they're at, that everything is designed through the universe, through the one that is driving the vessel, the one that is transmitting the frequencies to the vessel to have the experience. The Ascension is actually all of the systems coming together as one. You can call it multidimensionals, but all the universes, all the oversouls, all the Christed oversouls, everything becoming one full system. It's an avatar consciousness sometimes, or just source embodiment. There's many different consciousness out there. That's supposed to happen at their own natural and organic templates and blueprints and contracts with inside that are designed by you before coming in here. So if it is that experience for the rest of the incarnation, then that is exactly what it's supposed to be, and everything is perfect the way that it is. So you have to kind of go through that mastery too. Clearings and different clearings. Okay, so ancestral lines, mutations of ancestral bloodlines. And that's going to be extraterrestrial DNA and extraterrestrial machinery. Okay. And I call that a blood flush, and it's not the blood flush of what you guys know. That's going to be the crystalline diamond plasma blood flushes. And I'm going to call it a blood flush and a recode and rewriting, where you can rewrite and upgrade your whole ancestral line to one of the purest and highest templates. Multiple templates, millions of templates and blueprints. And you can do this, okay? And that has to do with everything that will keep them into that system, that lower vibrational system, or whatever it is that you see coming up. Loops, energetic loops, blueprints, what they call the same cycles and the patterns. We can break those because we're the chain breakers, and that's really where we come in. If you want to take it to the cool part, I actually think it's fun. I was thinking about Lyran, Arcturian, and Mantis. And that's actually what I found. And I also was thinking about just upgrading the whole ancestral line to Andarians. So they'll all be master crystals. I thought that was fun. So I was like, that's cool. So they can all live in blissful states of consciousness and pure consciousness. Christ consciousness, that inner freedom, not holding on to anything that is of an old system, old belief. And that's going to be generations forward and backwards, and that's here and off planet, because not we come yeah, reach for the stars. We come obviously from the stars. Hello, this is most of our genetic DNA. Different types of genetics of the angelic human. I call it angelic human, and then we'll switch it to galactic human, universal human, the creator human, and we are powerful creators. Wow, our kangaroo is really having fun out on her new land and property. I wonder if you guys can get her to come here. Most of the time we'll ask the fairies. We ask the fairies and our galactics to bring our animals back to us whenever she decides that she's ready to drink her water. So if you ever need assistance finding your sacred companions, ask your fairies or your elementals to assist you. The Auroras usually will bring her back to us. So she might want to come back. She's definitely some awesome looking. Her higher self looks really cool. It's definitely a new species. So I think she'll be working on genetic new codes. Okay, so everything is, and I always say, see how you can go into the DNA for recoding, rewriting, the blood, the skeleton structures, what you feel like. Go as far as you possibly can. So I have been kind of mastering all bodies, so clearing all artificial, I call it artificial intelligence. You can create your own words. Artificial intelligence, extraterrestrial machinery, implants, all different types of manipulation implants within the genetic gene codes. Now there's the ancestral line, the family, and that's cool, but let's go beyond. So I say infinity to start clearing all infinity soul groups, infinity being soul groups, universal soul groups, all oversoul soul groups too, because there's also artificial oversouls and artificial avatars, but it's not from a place of the conspiracies, you guys. This is what we call the real systems. You have to clear and move on, clear and move on. Don't stick there for long, because you could be there for 20 years. And I've seen this. I've seen ones there for 20 years. It's insane. Going, wow. So when does it kick in? To move on to something new and clearing. But it's fine. It's none of the business, right? It's none of your business, I guess. Yeah, it's my big one. All right. So physical body, all bodies are bodies, soul groups, oversouls, and artificial souls. And that's actually coming up. There is artificial souls, and it's not those type of artificial souls with the clones and the drones and all the funny stuff. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the artificial intelligence that is imprinted into the soul, into the physical body from birth. So you have a lot to clear if you guys want to go get a pen and write this down. Artificial intelligence to me is everything above, which is the virus, and the virus is what they call fear. Fear virus, but let's just say it's a virus. You can override the virus. There's many galactics you can work with, and the Hethars are coming in for assistance for that. Overriding the virus systems. All right, so you're going to want to go all the way back and go all the way back into the rebirth system, go all the way out and then come back in through the birthing portals in order to flush out that virus. And you probably are going to have to do it about 100 times or more throughout your journey here. And that's perfect the way that it is. Okay. Sometimes maybe not. So you want to go all the way to rebirth. Artificial intelligence being printed into the soul is going to be anything from a lower discord and distortions. Okay, how they imprint into the soul, and this is actually what I'm observing for the future timelines for me to really step in as that way shower in the future. And it's going to have to be by the time I'm 45, because I have a lot of work to do within myself to clear, to make sure that I'm ready for that path. Okay, it really is what you call the observing and studying of how do they actually artificially program the soul. And it's very easy, and that's going to be through control and domination. It's very simple, and that's all species here on the planet. Okay, so we will look at all species first. and that will be our sacred companions and children. Okay. Control, domination, and abuse. That's how they program it. Most of the time, you'll lock it in. Okay. That's how they imprint the artificial intelligence. It's very interesting if you actually pay attention to it. So it's an imprint, and they can imprint it into the soul. And that's what you have to clear. So I'm going to say imprint right now. Some will be implants. It all depends on who, what, where, and what project you came into here on the planet. We just call them projects. Okay. And that's actually how it will start to become what they call artificial intelligence. Once you cleanse and you clear it, you'll realize that it's a distortion, discord of an intelligence. And it is intelligence. It's a conscious intelligence if you actually tune into it. And how is it actually imprinted? How is it imprinted into the soul? So that's the reversal spin. Now, some will say that the soul is light, and that's beautiful because it is, but there is a purification with the soul, and we just call it artificial intelligence, is what we actually agreed on as the Andaraian councils. All of my Andaras, because obviously it's the Andaras and my galactic councils that we decided that unconscious artificial intelligence, discord, frequencies, or distortions. Distortions on a soul level imprinted into the soul. How is it done? And that's all species here on the planet. So, and that could be everything: the grass, the trees, rocks, everything. Everything is all interconnected. It has life. It has source light. It has a soul. So plants have souls, grass has souls, pine cones have souls, trees have souls. They do. Everything has different types of bodies, energy bodies. Studying trees is amazing if you actually get into it. So they have all kinds of universal soul systems that have so much wisdom if you open up that door. If you go communicate to the grass and talk to the grass and just make that connection just to one piece of grass, the grass will show you all of the soul systems and all of the energy bodies and all of the artificial intelligence, but it's going to be a little bit different than the angelic human systems. So hopefully you'll be able to expand there for a minute. So that's where the cleansing, the clearing, the distortions is just like you can go into it, but see how you can move on as fast as possible. And I usually just deactivate and dismantle and upgrade. So deactivate, dismantle, and just clear all the distortions. It's not always going to work with all the matrices and different matrices and mind mazes. It really all depends on how it's set up, and that's going into the wires. Wires can take about 6 years to 8 years. My wires took about 8 years, breaking through, hitting a wire, and it will almost feel like you're being tased. And they call that frequency fence, but that's not a frequency fence at all. So those took about 8 years to be able to move through those different wire systems. And it really all depends on who you are on that one. Some of the wirings and the wires will look like staples, and some of the staples could be implanted from the higher heart all the way up to the brain. And there's different places and points to put them. Different types of artificial intelligence devices and structures, and a lot of them call them enslavement devices, is what you can learn how to blow out through source light and chi light. You can blow them out. Good, I hope I did. So you can blow them out completely through source light, and you can charge up your heart, charge up the body, set out in the sun. You have the full embodiment of source, and you can blow out any type of artificial intelligence, manipulation, implants, extraterrestrial implants, and we'll keep it at that. And you want to go to the ankles and feet. Start working at the ankles and feet and move all the way up and start scanning through. Awesome. I hope you guys surrender too. So that's kind of funny. It's like white flag. It's okay. That is fine. Flags and tags and seals and all of that too. It gets pretty fun here, right? Yeah, as you have an avatar awaken. Dun, dun. So So you want to just kind of see and keep reaching, and to be able to see how can you override, how can you recode, how can you decode, how can you use your source light and the Christ light to start blowing out all of the implant systems. Most of the time, the higher self will do it for you as you're walking throughout the day. Overriding the systems, overriding the blood, overwriting whatever is in the system, holographic inserts, all kinds of really cool stuff, which a lot of you will go into fear over, because that's the whole point. When we talk about wires, you'll go into fear. You know why? Because that's the wire. It's at least one of the little wires. Some of them are actually really intense, and that will be by the time I'm 45, I'll be able to really work with people physically and to get them through that wiring. But that will be 45. We have a long way to go. I have a lot of council meetings, lots of council meetings I have to sit in. Yeah, yes, to become one. All right, that is very true. To become one. So we're all becoming one in these meetings. So that's like millions and trillions of years in time. We're here on Earth. It's going to take probably about 10 or 7 years to sit with all of these beautiful divine beings, extraterrestrial councils and earth councils and inner earth and all kinds of really cool stuff, and multiverse and other ones that I'm talking to too, to come in here to assist on this rehabilitation system. It's a rehabilitation system and everything else. We won't go into that today. Clearing all distortions, and any type of distortions you can deactivate and dismantle, and you can connect to your heart grid through the diamond grid, and you can run the source light, source currents, because you are source. You are sovereign and free too as well, as you are able to embody the source technology and to remove all the artificial intelligence, all of the belief systems, lots of purifications and clearing, lots of light body activations. Most of the time you'll feel that freedom and bliss all the time. And if you are different roles here, so your roles will shift as you activate new light uh, quadrants, new light quotations, they say light quadrants. Okay, so light quadrants is going to be, it could be millions of dimensions in one quadrant. So as you're able to integrate these light quadrants into the system, into the body, and to be able to pull all of them together as one full system and anchor it into the heart, there's so much more beyond that. It's blissful states of consciousness. So like I said, where you're sitting at most likely doesn't even matter. So everything I'm saying today wouldn't matter within 5 minutes. So just remember how you can just see if you can expand enough to just look at it and to remove the softwares, break down the matrices, remove the hard drives, and to deactivate and to dismantle. Scan for, you can always scan if you want, for different Discord frequencies too. Okay, so different roles. Obviously, you know that I'm a time traveler. Obviously, you know I'm a galactic guardian. Obviously, you know I'm an earth guardian. Obviously, you would know I'm a galactic high commander and a captain. Okay, so you would know this too. These are all the different roles here. All right, I'm a captain. They call me captain. I'm not a commander. Okay, so I'm the head of the commander stations, which is hilarious. So good luck, guys. And I, and I think that's hilarious. In a funny way, would I tell them good luck, because that one could take you a ride back for 10 hours on Windows and time and all kinds of crazy stuff, and it is hilarious work. The time travelers I love, and I have multiple time travelers that are me, because I'm on a multi-dimensional experience, and almost on a universal soul experience with my husband, who is a galactic commander. So I'm actually his captain, which I think is funny, and that's hilarious if you laugh at that one. Now his time traveler and me, I guess, yeah, different stations. So it's a wild experience. As we decided that we were going to, well, we didn't decide, we pretty much had no choice but to become one during a certain timeline in 2020. So you just kind of have to open and expand to understand the roles. You can be an elemental, a fairy. I'm upgrading to Griffin DNA. So, and that's with the Andaras. Oh, I didn't even think about that. These are the different Andarians. So the Andarians will upgrade all kinds of really cool stuff when you work with them. and we're upgrading Griffin DNA. So it's all roles and different roles and multidimensional roles. You clear distortions and you just keep shifting and moving. Now, some of the Andaras, which are the new ones that we have, the new ones that we just got is the Paradise Sons of Terra. So it's all the dreams of Terra. We're going to make teas for everyone. And I will let everybody know on the community page and also on our website when we're finished creating our teas for the golden diamond age tea time. So I hope everyone is excited. It's the Paradise Sons of Terra, Dreams of Terra, Paradise of the Heaven on Earth. And these are the new babies that are coming in. These ones are galactic stars, oversoul systems, where we are fully upgrading to be stars. It's awesome. You get all the blueprints though of one star and all kinds of cool stuff, constellations and really cool stuff. And the oversoul systems, and it's actually amazing. So I hope everyone enjoys all the activations and transmissions coming through. The atomic frequencies and the atomic waves, meaning that you'll have flares in the body. So seeing how you can pull away for a few months again, and it really is going to keep being like this. Come here, baby. And you can see I'm obviously activating so much solar light that I'm triggered with loss by my beautiful divine being, Tangerine. It is like, and I have more. Oh man, it's a wild experience. Okay. It's like, and I've cleared so much and upgraded so much. It's crazy. Okay. And I'm laughing because I'm like, it's like all these freaking triggers with this beautiful cat. Still coming up after so long, but that's all in ancestors too. So these transmissions, the Andaras create everything through downloads and frequencies and templates. It's way beyond that. It's multidimensional consciousness, quantum consciousness, but we're just going to share that everything that is created and everything that we do is transmitted from the Andarians. We receive them and we upgrade before they come in. And that's all different types of them. All different ones. So we activate all the downloads of frequencies and all the new ones that just came in. It's all clearing for artificial bodies, artificial intelligence, ancestral bloodlines, soul groups, oversoul groups, infinity being groups, universal soul groups, here and off planet, extraterrestrial distortions, alien distortions, and that's probably going to be for another few years, probably about 5 or 6 years, is actually what I see, and the clearings. And it's all physical body, so it has a lot to do with the physical body. So with the solar flares coming through, you have to clear everything out of the body completely. You will have to cleanse and clear and to be able to purify the body and the physical body of any type of distortions. So it could be stress and fear and anger coming up. Coming up, and that's also from the flares itself. Physical body symptoms, waking up feeling very tired, but the dream state is very vivid. Extremely, oh yeah, mark that one. Extremely vivid too. Lots of doing and work and completion and beyond that. So integrations of light quadrants. So millions and trillions of dimensions, and then possibly millions and trillions of roles. Okay, so each photonic diamond plasma particle that is within your body holds a role. And it does. It holds a role. So that little particle, that could be one galaxy, one little tiny star particles, if you've been able to see star particles yet, within the physical body. So that's the crystallization on the body. And I do videos all the time to show you the crystals on my body, the crystals that are activating. And I have gold ones now. So I have gold and pink, and they're here. So I will film them, I guess, in a few weeks, because I'm going back 2 sessions again. So each little particle holds a role. That could be you in a universe or galaxy. You could be a planet. That one little diamond plasma particle, you could be a planet on an experience, and that little crystal is a planet, and that's you. It's another higher self. It's actually really cool. If you just could expand to how awesome we are. And we are awesome, and all humans are awesome here. All of them are creators. We're powerful creators, but it's like we're going to remember now, right? Okay. So just every time when you see that one little plasma particle, you could go, oh, okay, so that's me as Jupiter. Oh, that's me as a galaxy. That's so cool. And then see if you can tap your consciousness and travel your consciousness through that plasma particle, that one little plasma particle. A lot of you guys have been seeing them for years. You guys think they're fairies, and it's okay. The fairies will tell you when they're fairies. Just letting you know that, especially if they're purple gamma particles. It took me so long to realize that once I was able to receive frequency tunes from the Andaras finally would just, they do it through expansion, showed me that all the purple particles around you in 2014, 2015, all those little particles of plasma light were not fairies. That was your field. Okay, so it's always going to be however it's supposed to be. So it could be forward, backwards, upside down, all kinds of crazy stuff. We don't know everything yet. So the little particles and that little plasma particles could be you as a higher self kind of materializing out there to say hello to you, which that's you as a galaxy. You could be a rock, a canyon, or a tree. And it's not going to be of this world. So always be another world. One of them can be a universe. So if you see that little tiny plasma particle in that little diamond or that little speck of that crystal in your body, you want to travel through it to see what you can access. And accessing is what they call the Christed, and it's interesting, the Christed Sophia honeycombs. And that's what it is. You'll realize that it's a honeycomb system. It looks like honeycombs. When people expand on however it is that they do it, you will see what they call the honeycomb creations. The honeycomb creations is millions and trillions of universes. Oh, we got a bald eagle. We got an eagle. That's awesome. Yeah, that's an eagle. We have an eagle coming in. A beautiful eagle. And he's an Aurora eagle. You have to be an Aurora eagle sitting up in the sun all day long. And activating its light body. It's an Aurora eagle. That is so cool. And it's opening up a huge Aurora green vortex, which I know is materializing from within. So it's this color, and it's an eagle flying around. So we'll all have our eagle activations now. And we're working in the east. I gotta sit outside. We're working in the east for week 4 of our shamanic course. So it's the east direction and it's eagle direction. It's the east direction is the eagle. I'm really excited because I'm always seeing eagles, and tomorrow is our east direction. And it's gonna be a beautiful experience. We're healing the mother line. For the collectives, we're still in the ancestors and here healing our ancestors, honoring our ancestors. So that was really cool. And it's an Aurora green. An Aurora green eagle just activated, you guys. It looks like this. That was beautiful. Yeah, okay, so traveling through, you can travel through the consciousness of the crystals in your body. That's wild, right? This is all natural. We do not take psychedelics. I've never had psychedelics ever in my whole life. This is all natural. Not that it matters. It doesn't really care. But to be honest with you, it matters to my big one in the house. It definitely matters to the big one in the house. No psychedelics, no nothing to access this. It's kind of funny, right? Um, you can do it naturally through activating your light bodies and your crystalline plasma light bodies. Probably higher awareness. That's fine. Okay. Um, so okay. So see if you can travel through those light grids so you can experience who you are. We call it an extension. It will not be an extension when you activate. Oh, that's a good one. When you activate the diamond source superquantum computer system, that's a good one, guys. Okay. The Andarian superquantum computer system, it's a full system. There's no extensions here. We all simultaneously access all parts of us, in all places and spaces and time. So if you're a piece of grass living here, you're going to have that experience. If you are a bug living here, that's where it gets wild. That's where it definitely gets wild. If you are a bug or a frog having experience, you're going to experience it. And it's actually cool. So that's where you definitely know that's where they got shapeshifters from, right? Because it's inside of the body. So they actually knew this. All the shapeshifters, especially from Avalon and all that the cool stuff, shamans, all the stories, it really had to do with the crystal body. The crystal body. They knew they could travel through the crystals in their body and they could shapeshift into the wolf. I'll shapeshift into the eagle now. I'm going to be the eagle, the falcon. Yes, wrong. Okay. So it becomes a full family system. So when we say full family system, if your family, your soul group, your family, okay, your soul family, soul group is not, it could be your family here, that the portals that you incarnated to. So I'm not going to say no, but your soul family, your star being family, or your galactic family, and that still can be your ancestral line. So you can always tap in to the galactic beings of all your parents and all of your ancestral line and go talk to them. I would talk to them for a long time. There's lots of wisdom to be learned there. You can access all of that wisdom too. The family system of this super system is going to be the genetic DNA system, the family system, or stations. It all depends. I'm going to call it stations. So a lot of us are docked on to the same Stargate. So a lot of us are docked into the same Stargate, and we're able to have an experience together, which is they call it telepathic experience, a full telepathic experience, but it's way beyond that. Okay, where we're able to communicate telepathically, or not really telepathically, through we'll find a new word for it, through the consciousness of the holographic system of our screen. Sometimes some of the family, it could be a full body experience, and it's actually really cool. So that's when you activate your family system. So you always want to make a note. Please tell me when I activate my family system. I think that might be good for today. Let me see if anyone else wants to kind of charm in. We'll call it the charming in. Do I need to go back? Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's important before we close. Going back for galactic speakers, new galactic speakers. Very, very simple. I'm going to speak through uh, I'm going to speak through my experience. Okay, the consciousness of our experience. Yes. Speaking through the consciousness of our experience. As a multidimensional galactic me, if you want to say, multidimensional me's becomes a full system, full universal system. So as the feline systems and the Lyran systems and the Emerald Order systems come fully online, there was a lot for many years that I have to clear for. So I'm glad, I'm happy. I'm happy I could hear my oversoul. I'm happy I listened too, just to develop through the oversoul. to have a development through the oversoul only, through the universal soul, through more of what you call the galactic experience, and I'm happy about it because I was able to access everything organically. And that is the whole point, to see how you can go inward for your own practices, your own exercises, and to go inward to access and to bring on the quantum computer system, the light body, the vehicle, the Stargate completely. So the universal Stargate or the galaxy Stargate, the Andarian Stargate, bringing this Stargate system fully online and really realizing that it will show you all blueprints of artificial intelligence and all setups beyond what you can even imagine. And everything is created here through a setup system. So as you're able to access more, the system will show you all the setups within the setups and the setups, and how everything is constructed and built, and how and why, and all this cool stuff that most of the time you want to keep, you probably would just keep it to yourself. Um, and just be able to kind of see everything. Now, the one thing is that it will be inward for a very long time. You will align to your soul agreements to have fun with, but it's not always going to be in that space. You might have one that you can be with for the rest of the incarnation. That's going to be what you call your galactic comrade, or in that galactic space. There's a reason, because everything is shifting new all the time, that it's vibrational line. We vibrate in and out. Okay. There's no attachments in this in this space. It's like loving from a place of detachment and having the experience with this highest version of you, which is your super system. It's the Stargate. The family Stargate is really cool too, because then you have the experience with the family Stargate, which is all of them. The only thing is that maybe one of them will materialize into this lifetime. Maybe not. Maybe you might be lucky and have a few of them. It's not always going to be true. Okay, they will exist in a higher dimension, higher earth system, where you can see them vibrate, teleport in and out. They call it teleportation, translocation, or transmigration. It really all depends on what and everything you activate in that space time. And it's very true. So we'll go into this just for a minute. The importance of being with the higher self, learning communication, being on the journey with your universe from a non-artificial intelligent journey. And that's interesting. So you'll have to kind of tune into that one. Opening up to that expansion. I materialized many master teachers along my way. The highest master teacher as a galactic speaker, and I'm just going to say galactic speaker because galactic way shower, gatekeeper, that's fine. Galactic grid keeper, gatekeeper, galactic guardian, all these roles, right? So there's all these different roles. Let's just say as a galactic universe, I materialized what I needed for the roles that I will be accessing for however long it's supposed to be, with the Lyran, me, which is me, the Emerald Order of me. I have to look at everything, all setups, all groups, everything beyond what you can imagine. And that is going to take 4 or 5 years. And we do it at a light speed, so we can do everything throughout the day. We can do our angelic human existence. We move through light. It's a crystalline plasma light field. So we can get up, we can take the shower, we can do our sacred space. You can call it meditation or sun gazing, energy charging. You can go and move your body, work out, go for walks, whatever. Be with the children, do all of what you have to do as a galactic star being housekeeper, because you're a universal housekeeper temple space, and that's your house, is your universal temple. So you're the caretaker, you're the housekeeper of the place. Oh my gosh, I hope she didn't run into anything. So you are that full embodiment of the universal galactic star keeper. That's a good one. That's a good one. Write that down. Go write it down. And you are maintaining the whole multiverse within your house. It's actually pretty cool. Nothing gets in, that's an ego. So just remember that, and you have to raise the vibrational frequency of the whole house. So as you're doing this, you can do whatever you have to do and do all the roles. The one thing that I materialized was all of the beautiful master crystals, all different types. So crystals itself, all different types of crystals we have here, and then all different types of master crystal Andaras. And that's actually what we decided to materialize that we're already activating way before coming into this incarnation. It's a blueprint where the crystals inside of your body, so obviously I have Andara crystals now inside of my body, the crystals in your body that are the crystal code and the crystalline code will materialize and materialize through the holographic hologram out there and come to you. You are the universe. You are the creator universe already. Everything that you see exists inside of your physical body. It's a crystal, little tiny crystals that you do have. I do not believe we're on carbon-based systems, but it's okay. I'm going to say, I will say that's a belief for right now. I'll shift it out, but I do know that I can see people that are only on a 2-strand or a 1-strand, and they do have crystallization on their body. Okay, I have been able to sit with them, have conversations, and I've been able to see their beautiful crystals in their body. So we'll move on from that. Materializing the highest and most organic masters. It was the Andaras, and it's also our beautiful divine goddess, Lisa Transcendence Brown. Okay, why is that important? Why did we materialize this beautiful woman, well, beyond woman, coming in? There's a point. If you ever tune into her, she speaks from a place of non-manipulation. She has cleared so many distortions beyond that, beyond what you can even touch if you put your hands out. Okay, what she worked through and shifted through, moved through. Okay, and she would say we, and we know that to we know it's a we, Lisa. So we process the reason why, as the full integration for the soul self, why to materialize a master teacher who speaks from a place of non-manipulation, okay, is very important. And it's all about frequency. So frequency transmission of pure love and mastering that is important, and really hearing, feeling everything that you speak as a galactic speaker. I would, so I could master speaking. She has mastered speaking from a place of purity, is where I'm getting at. I have been opened up to sit there and listen, and to really listen to the frequencies of the last 20 years of what they call the galactic way showers and galactic speakers. Okay, and listening to their frequency transmissions. And I will definitely tell you that none of them resonate at all. They will never resonate as that master teacher that I materialized, because they are, you can feel, if you actually put your hands out, you can feel all the discord frequencies, okay? And all the transmissions. Now, everything they do holds a purpose, and it's beautiful. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because they brought in so much. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, their work is amazing. So you can still tune into it. The reason why I chose to always go back to Lisa Transcendence Brown is because of the frequency receiver of the transmitter. Okay, it is impeccable, and it's really beautiful. So as a galactic speaker and stepping up to whatever the roles are, and that's in the council meetings that I sit in, and it's not always going to be here transmitting, because I can tell you, if you go back to all of my transmissions, you can see all of the discord frequencies, especially of nervousness. Okay, always nervousness in speaking, and victim, and all kinds of funny stuff, and that's perfect the way that it is. That's the reason why I get on and I do lives all the time, is so I can continue to tune, and to tune with the Andara, to tune to that impeccable purity frequency of always. And it's really important to sit and to feel, is what seed are you planting? What seed are you planting? What seed of the frequency transmission are you planting into the projector, the receiver projector? Most of the time it's through the mind, because that's how they receive still, or the projector through the heart. And really paying attention to this completely. All right. So there's nothing, don't go into the lower self about it. Just if you want to master it. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You want to see, how can you want to master being a galactic speaker from a place of purity and non-manipulation. So I will tell you, she's definitely an awesome woman to tune into for that one. The Andaras will teach you all the same, and also crystals will too. Gaia, Mother Earth, in the universe, and also your universal soul. I saw a giraffe come out of the tree. That's funny. Okay. Um, I think it's the Stargate that our Stargate is really transmitting holograms. So it's actually pretty cool. That's awesome. It's the tree transmitting its hologram, showing me a giraffe. So I'm gonna go look that up to see. And it is the tree. The tree will transmit the giraffe. Showing me something about a giraffe. I'll figure it out. But they have projector screens too. The trees have projector screens. So I know it's the projector of the tree. So kind of just opening up, mastering speaking from a place of purity, from a place of non-manipulation. That's all different types of multidimensional masteries in itself. And also speaking from the mastery point, mastery purity consciousness. There's many guides that will help you with this. Ascended masters. Most of the time I sit with feline races to assist me. And that's just because of the victimization programming that I had to clear, and still clearing all different types from this whole incarnation, which is the feminine energies. And then there's also masculine too, because we have to purify for that too as well. It doesn't matter if you just keep getting on and doing lives, do YouTubes, keep filming, keep doing everything that you're doing because it's perfect. But see if you can tune into the frequency of what fear is. What are you transmitting? What do you transmit? And I will tell you right now, yeah, 50 years is in a wrap up right now. So 50 years is a wrap up and a whole completely. In the collective consciousness for those transmissions from the transmitters. So everyone is going to have to see everything. And if you see the software is running, do not take it personal. Don't take it personal when you see the software is running. See it and transform it out, and see if you can transmute it. How can you shift it out? Most of the time I just say that that's cool and shift it out. Now there's different parts. Age 3 and age 7 within me anyway. So you want to see what age won't be able to shift it out right away, because then you have to break the energy down. You have to do lots of inner dialogues, talking to yourself for a long time, saying it's okay. Most of the time, the triggering system of the software is in seeing everything, which it doesn't matter once it goes, because that's the old systems, is that everyone can sit there for another 30 years pointing the fingers and blaming people and going, oh, this and that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's good. Wipe it. Move on. See if you can pull it all together. The 3-year-old for me, in my experience, and the 7-year-old experience, the frequency discord, which is the trauma imprint that I was talking about earlier, which is the virus imprint. Okay. Imprinting that soul artificial intelligence, those are the ones I have to have lots of dialogue with and talk to be able to transition out anything that I see as a discord that is coming from a place of speaking through the throat chakra. Through the throat chakra, which is not a throat chakra anymore. And it's a full diamond grid. And it's a multidimensional transmitter for a little while, but it's a diamond grid. You'll realize it's diamond. It's all your diamonds communicating. It's actually really cool. So just see, like, everything will be, and it's going to be continue to be a big clearing until everyone masters an impeccable speaking. Transmission from a place of non-manipulation, control, and domination. Okay. And then you have to master purity in heart all at the same time. There's many other different masteries, but that's really what it is seeing, hearing, feeling from a place of non-judgment, and understanding that they're still clearing softwares. How can you go within to see that they're still clearing softwares? Can you even see that yet? That it's just softwares and programs that are running from that transmission. There's no point in getting all crazy about it. It's not. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like that's good. I'm sending love to everyone, and just, ideas, seeing if I can assist different galactic way showers right now too, and I can't. I'm gonna see if I can see the screen, and I can't. Okay. Oops. We'll come back. Okay. Galactic way showers, galactic speakers. Oh yes, and that's fine. There's a charm-in with the galactic high councils, which are all of us. All of us in the future timelines, or in this now, I call it, in the 0 point. The charm-in is, can you guys please create new? Something new. Creating the old stories, and keep creating the old stories. Please see how you can transition those softwares out. Most of the time it's to me, I feel like it's an artificial intelligence transmission program that it will keep running. It's almost as if you start to really observe, I'm not going to call it the ego anymore, but if you actually sit and observe the transmissions of the stations that are here, and you can see them, so start to observe them without parts of you being triggered, you would be able to see and to see the softwares that are running. What are we talking about? How can we create something new for the collective? If it's your role. If it's not your role, then keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Keep doing your own roles. If you feel like it's your role to create something new for the new collective grid, which is the galactic star beings and human angelics, the higher states of conscious awareness of all of the species here on the planet. All species, multidimensional species, and also in the universe, in the galaxies and beyond. Okay, this is a full system. Everything that you transmit reaches anything and everything within this beautiful system that we're born into. So see, how can you keep going and shifting and expanding? Okay, creating new and creation of new. Okay, I'm going to give you guys, we're going to activate real quick. These are our beautiful new sets, Paradise Sons of Terra. This has a unicorn, it might be a giraffe. That's going, just remember, these are the Stargate, Star Oversoul templates. That's really cool. The Krystic Sophia diamond source transmitters, and they're pink. They look really pretty at sunset. These are not up on our shop. So these ones are going to stay with us probably for about a year or more. They just came in, so the bigger, the longer we sleep with them. And eventually they will charm in and tell us when they're ready to go. This is a pink diamond light transmitter, and this is a beautiful wand. This one has pink pyramids coming out of it. I know this is Akhenaten for sure. I know this is Akhenaten. Yeah, I can feel he's assisting me with a lot right now. A lot of my inner work, and then speaking from a place of purity. Yes, making sure that that my mastery is impeccable, and making sure that I speak from a place of purity, from no manipulation or artificial intelligence. So I think that's awesome. Very beautiful. That's another one. I don't know if I showed this one. We gotta show the Marion one real quick. I hope you bring my cat back, guys. It's like they're babies, you know. Let me grab this one. Oh, I have this one. They'll say hello. This is the finishing of the activation. This is Hunchback Whale. Activation, transmission, and it's a hunchback whale, and it's also showing me all the dino whale DNA genetics. This is beautiful, and it's Lemuria. This is the Kauai. I know it. So we'll be there soon one day. So, yes. So we know this one is the landmark, the marker and anchor for Kauai, but this one has hunchback, like a hunchback whale and whale technology. That's Lemuria, but that's our baby's piece. That one goes with the baby, which is our daughter. It's not a baby anymore. These are beautiful diamond light transmissions of the Diamond Age New Earth activation, and they're tiny, little small activators that have galaxy systems for the Diamond Age, Crystalline kingdoms. Yes, they just want to say hello. So I'm sending love to all of you. We do have lots of Lisa's transmissions too, but they're all spread out and they're becoming one with all of the other Andaras on our deck. So we wanted to activate the collectives. We activated the atomic waves and the atomic codes, the gamma galaxy codes, star oversoul codes, which I'll be making transmissions for that for everyone. We also activated the Andaraian code. The higher and higher we go, so this will activate the heart. Just allow, and if you allow the Andarians in, even if you don't have any Andaras, you do have Andaras in your body. If you're tuning in to everything that we do for this collective grid, which is our channel, then you're upgrading your Andarian life body, your Andarian super quantum computer system. So they will activate all of the Andarian kingdoms within your physical body. These babies, these beings, these galaxy beings, they are each individually a universe. So each one of them is its own universe, own system, multiple systems, millions of templates, and that's them, right? Plasma, gamma, all kinds of cool stuff. They're each individually a universe, which means each being is soul aligned, that they are your divine sacred union. So they come in as a divine sacred union. If you can feel them, work with them. See if you can travel through your body, connect your consciousness to the Andara crystals inside of your body. As you activate here, or just activate on your own. You can activate your Andarian strands just by setting intent and laying down and activating even with crystals. Eventually you will align, and you align to the frequencies of your race. And these are your inner race, and it could become wild after that. So it'll become a lot, and then 100 and 1,000 after that. So then just take your time and working with them. They will show you everything, their crystalline vortexes, their universes that come out of them, their diamond universes. If you can see what comes out of this, it's like a tunnel of crystalline diamond plasma gamma. So this was activating me like days ago, and it was like gamma flares coming up, and eventually my system was like, just go to sleep. These are diamond plasma transmitters, but I feel like this is crystalline diamond. I'm still connecting to see if they're plasma. You will be able to see what they are. Eventually they'll show you everything coming out of them one day. So there are people, I've heard people say that they're fake and whatever, and that's not true. So I hope that you guys open everyone to see the most beautiful magic that comes out of them. They showed me everything of them and beyond, and now I'm a teacher. Like I teach people with them. So they showed me all of their crystalline vortexes, and this is our life. This is how we live. This is our everyday. It doesn't go away. I can sit and I can see everything coming out of them, and I can see the music orchestra of the crystalline, da, da, and can hear it. It's really fun, and the harmonics and all the beings, galactic beings and Hathars. So open up to expand, to see if you can connect to them. And one day they'll materialize for you. They could be gifted to you. You never know. Okay, that's fine. So please go to our homepage because we have tons of events that are coming up. I do have a masterclass too day 1 and day 2 coming up, and I always forget to tell everyone about all of our stuff. And we're almost in 2 hours. All of our stuff that we're offering. So we have events. Go to our homepage, you scroll down, and you'll see all of our events until October, which is the Galactic Starseed Awakening virtual webinar masterclasses. We have our Utopia New York shop. We also, this weekend, because we have to put everything together. I have two galactic journeys that we will be putting out with activations with the Andaras, all created with the Andaras. The following week towards April is going to be all Akhenaten transmissions. So all transmissions from Akhenaten and the galactic councils, and we will be covering more quantum surgery energetics is what I feel. And we will be clearing for the ancestral line of the extraterrestrial machine and doing blood flushes for everybody too as well. So that is that will be coming into the Egyptian Syrian technology, because there's lots of Syrian upgrades coming in. Akhenaten is definitely assisting with new light technology for our crystal chamber beds and everything that we're doing. They're not ship beds, it's actually traveling through consciousness of light and accessing within the Aquiferian matrix. Awesome, really cool, beautiful crystal diamond beds, and doing lots of upgrades, and we're just going to say upgrades. So that should be by the end of the month. And those will be our journey spaces, something all new that we'll be doing. We also have our master classes too. Our master classes on the 15th, we have the Queen Nefertiti and King Akhenaten transmissions of Christ of Light, and that's all source embodiment. It's what we're working on right now. That actually might be coming through for that one. The 27th is going to be a master class, and that's going to be high commander training and security team training too as well. And it is going to be advanced training, so you will need a journal, sketchbook, and we will say advanced because you'll be up walking around. This is going to be walking super quantum computer system accessing through hologram, and walking and learning how to work through the transmissions of your physical Stargate vessel, how everything works within the Stargate. So you will have to have a sketchbook, a journal, and this is all in YouTube. Okay, so it's all free and access through here. These are our master classes for the Golden Diamond Age that we created. We are trying to bring through as much as possible until 2024. Okay. Then we're going through a huge clearing 2024 to 2025, and that will be for a lot of us. So this will be High Commander and Time Traveler, Super Quantum Computer System training, advanced training, sketchbooks, colored pens, crystals. You might want to hold crystals or Andaras to open up your channels, but you're gonna need a large space. So remember, you're gonna need an open space. You have to have an open space to walk around. We're going to teach you how to walk and access and command your Stargate ships. And that's fine. Your Stargate ships, okay. Command your Stargate ships with your security teams. You're going to meet your security teams too as well, through your feet, and learn how to telepathically transmit through the feet in order to command all of your ships. And it's actually pretty cool. I don't know if we're going to teach that, but we can teach you pretty much how to clear a whole planet. And that's fun too. For right now, that's going to be in our master class. I think we'll figure it out. But for right now, we'll teach you how to cleanse and clear your community and your house, your environment, through commanding your stargates in your feet or other galaxies. We'll figure it out. As it comes through, we're not going to say too much because it is quantum light, and quantum light quadrants is how we actually teach. So everything will come through the highest Captain Galactic that will be teaching you through me, which is me and my husband. Yes, most likely my husband is going to step in on this one. So that will be fun. And you could see how we work as a family and how we access as a family through one vessel on our Stargate ship. So it's fun. And there's a lot of us that are already here, already there, already fully online, that we're already online doing it. It's actually, this is our normal us for years. This isn't nothing new. So we're just going to bring it through for this year, and everyone can align eventually. Go to our school, sign up for our school, and figure out what masterclass that you want to train in, because this will be for the whole year. We see more waivers coming in within the next few years. If they're listening, that you can go to our Ascension, our Divine Ascension Mastery School Codex portal on our website, and you can access all of our master classes. We've already been doing stand-up training and advanced training with walking. So we call it walking super quantum computer system training through Stargates in the feet and traveling through Stargates. Really cool stuff. So everyone will align very soon. I think that's it. I do personal sessions too. So you guys can always come in and have fun. Check out our personal sessions. My mentorship closes on May 14th. I'm going to be writing a book. So May 14th is the closing energetic space of a beautiful 2-year commitment for mentorship with Stargate Mastery mentorship, star portals and beyond. Ours are more reconstructed for the God self and activating the Diamond God Goddess DNA systems, which is a part of the super system, clearing the Akasha, cleansing the Akasha, deep cellular trauma, releasing all kinds of really cool stuff, and activations of different alchemy too. So you can always check that out. We have all different types of mentorships that are up, and then we have our Galactic Jedi Starseed Mastery School. We're closing the space on May 14th. We do start, that actually probably be closed. The Galactic Starseed, unless you guys want to jump in later, the Galactic Starseed, oh my God, Galactic Jedi Starseed Mastery School package, that one is actually really big. And we start our master classes at the end of the month. So our first master class is going to be clear telepathic training with your higher self. Clear telepathic transmission training, so you can access your higher self through organic hearing within your system. It's organic. That will be at the end of the month. So if you're going to sign up, please see if you guys can sign up very soon. Because we start. If not, you can jump in May before we close the space on May 14th. We do have install payments and different payment plans that are available that are chosen by the Galactic High Councils, and they will not be changing. So please see if you align. If not, 2025 is when we will start our new mentorship, and that will be cosmic multidimensional quantum consciousness mentoring. So we have to clear timelines for a year. Okay, so that's good. I never talk about it, so thank you. I'm sending love to all of you, and have a beautiful